bracket x plus, now when I distribute, I've got 9 times x is 9x, plus 9 times 1 is 9. So that would be your first step. Did anyone distribute the 2 next? Okay, well you could. I usually wouldn't. I would probably clean up a little bit more in the brackets. So I would say -2, and I could squish the x's together. I know 1x plus 9x is 10x plus 9. And then the last step would be to distribute. So I've got -2 times 10 is -20x. And -2 times 9 is -18. And that was what we did. Just step by step. The second one, I have to just change my letters to numbers. What operation's in between all of these?
Multiplication.
So just remember it's multiply. So I've got 2 times my a is -3. You could put parentheses instead if you want. Times my b is 2. Now this is the part you have to be careful of. There's a minus sign in the expression, and then what are you changing your c to?
-1.
-1. So notice there are 2 negative signs sitting next to each other.
That's the reason you're saying we need to like longer problems in like college or whatever. Is it easier to do it as the dot or the?
I would say parentheses.
Is that even in parentheses?
Yeah, I would do parentheses. So that doesn't confuse the multiplying or adding. It's a little messy. So if I work with the multiplying first, I've got 2 times -3 is -6. Times 2 is -12. And then what do these 2 negatives make?
A positive.
A positive 1. And -12 plus 1 is -11. And I disappeared, so I don't know what letter it was, but it's -11. I already put stuff.
What?
Just did the operation, multiplied and subtracted. Well, actually added, because the 2 negatives cancel, I need a positive. And then number 6. I must distribute. So I've got 2 times 3x is 6x. Plus 2 times 5 is 10. So that's just distributing. And I'm just going to leave the other side alone. All I did was distribute. Now I need to get my x's on the same side. So if I try to get them all on the left-hand side, how would I move a 5x over to the left?
Subtract 5x.
Subtract. So I've got 6x minus 5x. That's just x. Bring down your plus 10. Bring down your equals. This cancels, and what are you still left with on the right side? -11. If you want to box this in so you don't want to move that, how would you move the plus 10? And x equals -22. Not all of them on the final you can check, but the ones you can, you definitely want to take the time to check and make sure. If you put -21 in for all the x's and do all the arithmetic, it should work. So just keep that in mind. Not all of them you can check. You couldn't check the rest of them. But there are some, the factoring ones you can check, the equation ones you can check. So there are a couple that you will be able to make sure they work. All right, so you can file that paper away. We'll get it out again next week.